Hmm. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Good morning, good morning. First and foremost, I'm going to say, calling Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Mekakwadash. Giving all praises to the great Shaddai of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth and of the spirits of heaven and earth. Also, giving much love to his son, Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's royal right arm, my redeemer, my comforter, and my salvation, and only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation, granted for salvation. Shout out to Great Millstone, the prophets who gave me this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, not only to get me to go back to Yahweh Shem Shai, but to prepare me for these scary and these dark and these wonderful times ahead of us. Shout out to them. They break down the word properly, all the way from history to vocabulary words. They break down the precepts. They let you know everything that you need to know, all the way to news updates, so that when things do happen and things do take place, you can't say you didn't hear about it. You know, you were warned before time, long before time, actually. Um, Shout out to those double honors to Great Millstone. Double honors to, much respect to the Akim, no, yeah, the Akim, the brothers that's in the Word. You may not be from a camp, like one of my favorite brothers, Yahweh the Mac. Much love to that brother he pushed, and I consider him a teacher. And sometimes you don't have to be from a camp to have the spirit of Yahweh over you. Um, Shout out to him and other brothers like that. They on the highways and byways. They study, and they fear Yahweh Shem Shai, and they give us the word with all their mind and all their heart. I respect and I got much love for those kind of brothers that's doing what they can for the Most High. Shout out to the Aqua, the beautiful women that's in the Word. It may not be a lot of y'all women, and for the women that are also converting over to becoming a beautiful Aqua, whether you got a man or not, you still fear the laws and statutes of Yahweh Shem Shai. In the name of Yahweh Shai, you listen and you learn in silence. Much love to you, beautiful women out there that's doing that. Shout out to, I'm coming back at you with another video through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. In the name of Yahweh Shai, and it is titled Prophecy and More. Um, I've been hearing a lot. I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff. So, the first thing that I'm thinking about right now is, the riots that's going on right now. And Jake out there rioting and just running in and taking stuff. And little do he know the places that he rioting and the stuff that he raiding won't ever come back. And this is all part of the white man's plan to get us in the trap. And thanks to the wicked Jakes out there, the plan of the white man is actually, it's supposed to be successful. 9 times out of 10, it is supposed to be successful. And those stupid Jakes out there, those wicked 2/3 out there, are doing exactly what was foretold in prophecy. So we're gonna get a couple of precepts about that, and it's just we at that part to where it says, "For iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall grow wax cold." So it's a lot of these people that don't, like, a lot of Jakes don't care, and they feel like they can do whatever they want. They feel like there's no law that they have to follow. There's no consequence that they have to pay for. And they feel like anything that they want to do, they can do it, and they can get away with it. When the actual reality is that the Lord don't care about them. They just pawns in the game, aside from the main characters of the real Israelites, aka the elect, whomever they may be, in the children, among the children of Israel. Because you had the elect, and the elect symbolize the prophets throughout the entire Bible, and then you got the 12 that Yahweh Shai, the Hamashiach, the Hamashiach had, and then he had the 1/3 that followed and always believed in him. So you got that potential people that can be protected. You got the people that will be protected, which is the chosen, the elect, and then you got the 1/3, which are optional, but they can be protected. Yahweh did say that He would protect us when we called on Him, because Jacob's trouble is on horizon for sure. It's looking like that because I've been, watching reels and all of that, and watching certain news events and stuff. So, we got a lot of operations coming to pass. With the white man and him trying to attack the blacks. The Negroes, the Mexicans, the Indians, they all together. The blacks all together, indigenous, however you want to call them. They're trying to attack them, and trying to find ways to destroy them. All the way from the riots to the freaking weird ass event that just passed, which is the 1 cent burger, event. I thought it was pretty funny. Like one man said, $1 can buy you over 100 burgers if you repeatedly go, and as long as you got the app, on the phone, you can get actually I think it's 2 burgers per person. That's the limit, but you can repeatedly go and get these burgers for as long as the offer stands. So a lot of people were buying these burgers. And then they got this rumor about, I think it's October 5th, about some sort of FEMA test or whatever. But I'm not really caring about all of that. It's just the stuff that's more and more evident, like the 1 cent burger and house. And guess who the first person that had the 1 cent burger? It was a woman, what you would call him, a nigga woman, and she like, oh, I don't know what's going on with y'all, and y'all keep saying that these 1 cent burgers could kill y'all, turn y'all to some zombies. So she went and ate the 1 cent burger, and there was another Jake on there talking about, yeah, let me get me one of these or 2 of these cheeseburgers for 1 cent. Y'all better come down here and get y'all's, and they just on camera just eating it like, and it's actually not funny to see that the first people that are the dumbest people is our people that would just literally jump face forward and go and jump face forward to anything or into any trap. Oh, if somebody tell you that it's a trap, they gonna tell you that it's not a trap, and they gonna prove to you that it's not a trap when you know damn well that this is some kind of trap, and they jump in and they, oh, see, this is not a trap, and then the trap activate and trap they ass like, oh damn, like, and proves them wrong. But most importantly, at the end of the day, it's always the stupidest among the jakes that's out there doing wickedness and doing it firsthand and trying it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. Can't nobody tell me what to do. And then the scary part about those 1 cent burgers is that a lot of people, they're not telling you that a lot of people were hospitalized. A lot of people had to go to the hospital and get checked out to see what's wrong with them, because it's already bad enough that we eat these foods that are not real. What makes it worse is that you eat experimental foods that they make, and they know that you're gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? Among our people, they know that the blacks is gonna try it, which is stupid. Excuse me. Here goes a good one too. It says, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1, it says, my son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For a length of days and long life and peace they will add to you. It says, let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. That's right. Mercy and truth. Be a good person, be a good, compassionate person, and be an honest person, and have wisdom and knowledge and understanding. That is a part of the truth. And then, aside from having mercy, be a good person. Listen to the Most High. still have a level of compassion about you, because we living in a day and age to where nobody cares about us. We don't even care about ourselves, and the rest of these nations are being spearheaded by the white man to laugh at us and to make fun of us and to ridicule us and to hate us. And then here's the twist. Hindsight, they want to be us. Most of everybody wants to be a part of us. They want to join us. They want to marry us. They want to love us. They want to have kids by us. Because it's an alarming rate of it's a big upset that's happening right now. We all know that if it wasn't for the laws and the laws, the benefits, the oppression, the suppression that's going on with the black man, he would actually rise to the top. As foretold in the Bible, he would actually rise to the top. But because of the evil and the wickedness that's coming from these white people and them, the way they portray us to the rest of the nations, they do everything in their power to hold us back. And I was watching that too, and there was a lady that was at this Democrat meeting, I do believe, and she was outraged. This old lady, she was outraged because the Democrats and all of these people, they want the blacks to vote, vote in general. And at the same time, there's no real benefits and there's nothing there to improve our people. So we're sitting up there putting in our votes and putting in our opinions when little do you know that the game is rigged and our opinions and none of that never actually even mattered. We never getting any true benefits. So when if Trump were to get back into office, all we gonna get is a check, a little stimulus check, or a couple of $700 at a random moment that might pop up in your card. When that ain't enough, that is nowhere near enough of the stuff that our people actually deserve. But at the end of the day, we got to deal with within our own races that, our people are so wicked and so fucked up, but we kind of understand the origin of why they like that, because of the suppression. They put all this stuff in our people ears, and they put all this wickedness in them, and our people are dumb enough to do it. So, hindsight, it is kind of our people's fault, but at the same time, it's not, because of who actually is running them and who actually has control over them, because Yahweh is allowing us to be put in our enemy's hands, and he's doing whatever so he please. So, when you really think about it, hindsight, the white man is responsible, because he over there poisoning our people and manipulating them. And this is the moment. These are the moments that's coming to pass when the Most High is going to take his vengeance on these white people, because they are eagerly out there trying to destroy our people. They're not oppressing any other nation. They are, but at the same time, their main targets is the former slaves that built this place. So when you look at it, our people are spiraling out of control, and there is someone doing it. There is a cause to it. Slap, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, and at the same time, our people are very wicked. They don't have to do the stuff that they do, but they do it. So it's both and both the paradigm. But at the end of the day, we know who's allowing it. We know who's responsible for it, and we know that they're doing everything in their power to destroy us and try to stop us. Especially like when I say white men in general, I say that in general. But it is, white men and white women, they all are part of the same party. But, lately I've been hearing a lot of stories about that too, about how white women is getting tired of, in white women is getting tired of white men because he boring, he's fucking very evil. All he cares about is money. He's never at home. He doesn't really, he just feels like, the white woman, as long as he just douse her with money and fortune, fame and fortune, that she will always be there. And at sometimes they don't even care about the white woman. So the white man was like, fuck it, I might as well just go, to the black man and go be with him because he treat me better. You know, we look better. The sex appeal is a lot stronger, and we are much more affectionate and much more understanding. So, and it's not just them. It's a lot of different other races of women that's getting tired of the tyranny of their men, and they just saying fuck it, sure. I'm gonna just go to Jake, the black man, because he a little bit more, he more better than them. He look better. He'll treat me better, and he's gonna be there. No matter what happens, he's gonna be there as long as he got a good woman by his side that's dedicated to him, listen to him, and obey him. He's gonna be there. So when I was looking at that too, it's a lot of women out there that actually like Jake. They not really going after. It might look like it, but they're not really going after they people. Like that. They actually looking for Jake. Jake is the number one man on the planet, and that's exactly why the white men and the other nations seek to destroy us, because it's a lot of stuff that we could do if we were together. If we were together under Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's a lot of things that we can do and a lot of things that we can get accomplished. Even though that's not how I want the story to end. So a lot of our people got to be evil because it was meant to be that way. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying who's responsible for a lot of the wickedness that Jacob is doing nowadays. And it's all to keep us suppressed and oppressed, and it's working. Especially with these evil ass kids. These evil kids, they stupid parents, because it does go back to the root. The parents are responsible. You let some of these parents be having money, and they just feel like the answer to take care of their child is money. Like, you don't have to discipline them, and you do. You have to watch over your kid. You have to take care of them. You have to discipline them. You have to teach them right from wrong, and they don't. You have to stop them from doing certain things, and they don't. They just don't give a fuck. They're just having kids, popping them, and not raising them. These kids are raising themselves through, social media, through peer pressure, with their friends, um, um, being exposed to drugs, a lot of that stuff. The world is raising these kids, and the parents are responsible for that. So you got parents raising kids, and when they hit like 20, or you got even some of them from the former generation, 30, 40 years old, still gangbanging, still wicked as hell, still abusive, still evil, still doing what they want to do. And these kids look at their parents, and they look at everything around them, and they feel like, hey, why not do what I want to do? Nobody cares about what I do anyway, and as long as I'm with my friends, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So you got these evil ass, wicked ass kids that's running around here looting and robbing and attacking people because they feel like they can. They're not no longer afraid of the consequences, even though they at a level to where they know right from wrong. They do, but they just feel like they can do it anyway. But coming back to the point, you got to be a good person. And the good people, and the only good people, is the people that's with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's trying to obey him and listen to him, and and respect Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because if you respect the Lord, then you respect yourself. You can trust a person like that I wouldn't do nothing wrong to my God, so why would I do something wrong to this fellow man? I care about people well-being. I care about myself. I love my God, and overall, them the people to be revealed as the good people. It ain't nobody else, nobody else. Cause I'm laughing at them stupid Christians and them stupid white people that's trying to force their way into the congregation that's trying to say that they are a part of the shit that's going on. They sit up there lying about, oh, you commit one sin, you go to hell. Or, can you be forgiven? If you commit a sin like that, can you be forgiven? Like, man, they warping Jake's mind into believing in these stupid doctrines. Listen to me. If it's not in the book, it doesn't exist. It is not right. Okay? Satan doctrine, not real. They making up some shit about how Satan is an adversary to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that he's gonna come out the ground prior to World War III when the nuclear bombs is going off and shit, and he's gonna fight God to try and save the earth from it being destroyed. That is not true. According to Revelation, it says Michael and his angels fought the dragon and his angels. So it's telling you that it's going to be a war in heaven. They have jet fighters. They have galactic ships and whatever they made. So when the Most High does return, they can fight him. That doesn't sound like, you know, and it says to where his place was no longer found in heaven. And then these people, they don't really connect the dots. Like, one of the #1 movies for you to watch Revelation play out is Independence Day. Independence Day was a great example of that, you know, prophecy. When the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the day of the Lord, the day of judgment, the last day, you know, even though they didn't put the World War III in it, they didn't tell you about the chaos, the level of chaos that's going to be in the end times on prior up to the last day. After the mark of the beast, and when Jacob's trouble sets in, Jacob's trouble, then the mark of the beast, you know, when that sets in, the chaos it's a level of chaos that's gonna be a part of the revelation that's gonna be detrimental. And Independence Day was trying to give these morons, these people, an image of what the last day is going to be like. The last days is going to be like. And it tells you that the Most High is riding on the cloud, that he's going to come down with his angels to destroy this wicked, oppressive white man and his wicked society and his fucked up system. And that the United Nations, all the nations are going to stop fighting each other, and they will fight the Most High. At first, they're not going to want to, but the Most High is going to put it in their heart to fight. They will fight the Lord, okay? Let me go to that real quick. Because these churches is sitting up there. Churches is sitting up there lying and shit, you know, and they not telling people the truth. Like, I had to correct I had to put my comment in a video, and it was so hard to the core, you know, that the pastor himself that made the video, he answered, because it hurt him to hear that shit. But it's true. Why would you sit there and lie about some shit like that? And it's a white pastor. Why would you sit there? And I didn't respond afterwards. I just put my opinion there because I felt like it. Like, I told him, how the fuck you gonna worship a God that's not yours? How you gonna come and steal a God that's not yours? And everybody know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's son, Yahushai, is black. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's son is black. And Israel is the heart of Africa, period. And they are black to the core. They black, you know? And how you gonna sit there and say that if this Jesus and the Messiah was there, he wouldn't have, because he responded gonna say, oh, he didn't have no color, you know, and he feel like as long as the blood covers. And I told him, how, when only one nation is covered by the blood of Yahushai? It ain't no multiple nations. Ain't no multiple nations, dog. Only one nation And that's only the chosen among them, because the majority of our nation is the corrupted and the evil. So only the chosen among our nation is going. Okay? The other video was about fucking if you commit a sin, can you be forgiven by the Almighty? Yes, you can. As long as you are an Israelite, no other nation can be forgiven for their sins. That's why when the Most High comes, there's going to be so much destruction and chaos and hell that these people are going to wish and they're going to be praying for it to stop, and it's not going to stop. Because the level of sin and the level of their evil deeds has returned upon them, and they can't handle it, you know? The white man can't handle it. When it's dished back on him, he's not going to be able to deal with it. You wanted to try and be a superpower, so now that a real superpower is coming upon you to destroy you, you can't handle that, you know? You wanted to be a god, so now God is going to treat you like one. And you're not a real God. So the punches and blows that's going to come from the Most High, you ain't going to be able to handle that. And that's sad, man. It's not sad. It's just, you deserve that shit. The shit that's going on with Jake and how we being treated, you know, and how there are forces out here in this world that are, they, like it says, they plot evil at noonday before they go to sleep. Before these people go to sleep, they got to do something evil, you know, in the world, or some evil towards these people, you know, before they ain't gonna rest until they do something wicked, you know. And it's not talking about Lucifer, the fallen angel. No, that shit don't exist neither. It's talking about a man. It's always referring to a man when they're talking about the devil. They're not talking about Lucifer fell from heaven and he was the angel of music. Nobody didn't say that shit. We just know that the devil Lucifer is the god of this world. It didn't tell you that he was the enemy of God. It didn't say none of that in the Bible. Because we all know God created other gods, and those are the higher archangels. Those are the other powers that govern over things, that hold all this shit together. Okay, so it ain't got nothing to do with Satan. Satan's job is to be the god of this world, to be the evil of this world. A lot of people don't understand that when they say they sold their soul to the devil. You didn't sell your soul to the angel devil. You sold your soul to a white man devil. Satan is just playing with this white man mind to get him to think that there's an evil force out there that he can blame. He can put his problems on. He can point the finger at, you know what I'm saying, to say that I didn't do it, Satan did it. No, motherfucker, you are Satan. That is the truth. This motherfucker is hell-bent on, he's so crazy, is so homicidal. He's convinced that there is a fucking fallen angel that's manipulating his mind, and that he is not the devil. This, whatever the fuck it is the devil. And the devil and Satan is not like that. Satan's job is to make you do evil. He's not responsible for it. That's you, you know? That's you. You know, his job is to do evil. Nobody said he's doing it because he wants to, like, I'm just going to fly around and, you know, attack people and make them feel like, you know, like I'm their only God, and I'm going to be out in the world, and I'm the one that created the 666 mark, and I'm going to go up there and fight God. It ain't none of that shit happening. It ain't none of that shit's going to happen. Where is it at? I need to go to that. Like right here, this one is a good one. How you stupid Christians don't believe in the nuclear day? They just feel like one day, when before the mark of the beast, before the 7 day, the seven supposedly a 7 year tribulation, when that shit doesn't exist either. When the Most High comes the first time, it is no. The second time is no third time. He not coming back. When he comes to get the elect on the nuclear day, he's not going to come back to save more elect. He coming to get only the Israelites, only Israel, and only the chosen among them. He not coming back to save nobody. There is no second, third coming, because that's exactly what they believe. I'm in Revelations chapter 6. Yeah. Verse 9. I can go to verse 8. The last horseman. Or I could start at chapter 6. Verse 1. It says, Revelations chapter 6, verse 1. It says, Now when I saw the Lamb open one of the seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures saying with a voice like thunder, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. That's Yahushua. And that white horse is actually a representation of power. And it's referring to not a fucking white skeleton with a fucking crown riding on a white horse with a sword in his hand and he going out with the rest of the horsemen. No, it's talking about Yahushua when he goes out to conquer. Because during the last day of World War III, this is the shit that they not telling you about, is that upon the chaos with the nuclear bombs raining, the nations are going to go to war with the Messiah. So the Messiah is going to come with his mighty hand and scoop up the elect, meaning that he going to beam them up into the chariots, the warships, UFOs, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And then he's going to create more chaos. And him and the angels, like Beelzebub, Satan, Uriel, Raphael, Michael, all these angels, and even the angels that you thought in your vain mind that were fallen, they gonna be led by Yahushua. Everything was pre-engineered. The white man engineered it to deceive you. He has you reading the Bible wrong. And so you gonna be, so what? On the last day, you gonna be praying to a God that you don't even know. Like the Most High say in the Bible. Ye know not what ye worship. You don't understand. And this is why we fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because we know we have a fragment of our mind of how powerful Yahweh Shem Yahushai really is. We've seen it in dreams. We've seen it in reality. We have a taste of that fragment of power that the Lord is referring to. And it says, ye know not what ye worship. You don't know what you're playing with. Especially with the Christians that refuse to know, and these white people that refuse to leave, to worship a God that they don't even know who he is. They don't even know what it's really about. And these prophets out there, they warning you about that shit. Stop claiming this God that you say that you worship, and he's not your God. He's not here for you. He didn't come and help you. He's not coming to save you, okay? There is no redemption for these white people. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to be hardcore honest to the truth. There is no redemption for them. No salvation for their nation. No salvation for the nations at that. Ain't no hope for them, okay? They're going into slavery regardless, and they will be destroyed. This is what this is about. And he went out went out conquering and to conquer, meaning that when he came, he went to war, stacking on chaos. You got to understand the level of chaos is so divine and is so powerful. When you read it in its right text, even I get scared. I don't want to be left here. I don't want to be left here. And I'm praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushua that I make it to that day, that I make it to the last day. I've had dreams, I've had visions that I was there on the last day. I had dreams that I've survived one of the ballistic missiles. I had dreams where I didn't have nothing else and I was with a group of people that were chosen, and on the last day, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua sent down a chariot from his ship, and when the chariot opened up, all I seen was a door to light. And everybody that was with me were chosen, and we all boarded the ship, and we left, and it was the last day, okay? I had dreams of the last day where Yahweh Shai was walking and everything was destroyed. Not a building left standing. And I was being abducted. I survived it all and I seen it all. And the last thing for me to do was to find the truth. Am I going to be saved or not? That's the truth. That's exactly what the Israelites are worried about. Those of us that are in the truth, we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We think that, like, you know, are we worthy to be saved or not? Is the Most High going to remember us or not? That's the ultimatum. That's the ultimate truth. Will I make it to the last day? Because as far as I'm concerned, it's one hell of a road to get there. It's not going to just happen. There are stages. There are plans that need to be set. There are things that are taking effect to lead up to World War III, to lead up to the mark of the beast, to lead up to Jacob's trouble, all the way to the trifecta of the last day. Okay? It says, and when he opened the second seal, I heard a living creature saying, "Come and see." And a horse fiery red went out and was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, and that people should kill one another. And there was given him a great sword. So that is the red one is talking about Esau. Talking about the white man, okay? It's talking about him. And it was given a sword for him to go and create destruction. And this modern day sword is the gun, you know? And to take peace from the earth. So right now we are at a stage to where it's no peace on the earth. That's the first stage. The second stage is for the sword to be given to him. So, and people should kill one another. It's talking about that collapse that's going to trigger Salakia. A collapse that's going to trigger a world, nationwide riots, nationwide chaos. Salakia. And like I said, for the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall grow wax cold. And that great sword can also be talking about the nuclear event, you know? And like I said, on the last day, everybody's going to be fighting. It's going to be all kinds of chaos. And when them bombs start going off and the nations are at war with Babylon, then it's going to be a huge freak out. People are going to be killing one another. People are going to be scurrying like rats. You know, and then out of nowhere, you're going to hear probably some trumpets, or you're going to see something in the sky. Yahweh Shai is going to come through the sky with all them chariots and all of that. And for a bleak moment, everybody going to stop. Everybody's going to stop. And everybody going to feel stupid. Because the same way that it was described on the Independence Day, it's going to be the same way it's going to happen. You know, with the chariots and all that and all of these flying saucers and shit and different ships. But the twist is they didn't show you that Yahweh Shai came off the ship. They didn't show you that the angels came off the ship. And, you know, they didn't show you. They're not going to tell you none of that because it's beyond a regular, a blind Christian and a non-believer And the white man is beyond their imagination. They've been trained a certain way, and they've been blinded by Yahweh Shem Shai to never discover the truth and to never accept it, which is fine, because not a lot of people are going to get it. But it's just funny how they out here running their mouth and preaching their own truths and preaching their own doctrine when it's aside from what the Bible is saying. They're going against the Bible. It's a lot of people that's going against God. They're not with him. They talking and they blindly talking about some fake God, talking about Jesus is the answer. Jesus is coming. Ain't no white man coming. We all know that Jesus is supremacy. That's exactly what he is. That version is ideology, white ideology. We know that it was pushed on us during slave trade. When you grow up and you grow out of shit, you're supposed to grow out of shit. Like how a person outgrows smoking and he moves on. It's better things to do. There's other things that you need to know in life besides just smoking. You got to outgrow it. It's the same thing with a lie. Over time, you outgrow the lie and you seek the truth. You go and study and all of that, and you eventually find out. And if Yahweh wants you to, you're going to find that ultimate truth. Especially you knowing that you're an Israelite, and you knowing who you are, because regardless of the fact, if these motherfuckers loved us, we wouldn't be poor, we wouldn't be broke, we wouldn't be suppressed, we wouldn't be staying in these nasty ass fucking apartments and these nasty ass run down ass homes and shit in neighborhoods that are just dangerous and hazardous. And you got these wicked ass jakes running around shooting everything, talking about they gotta get mines and I gotta shoot a op, I gotta kill a op. And they are part of the white man's program to have black people killing one another. With all of this rap, this drill, fucking drugs, allowing them to gangbang, allowing them to run rapid. That's a part of the white man destroying us, and we destroying ourselves. And then behind the grand scheme of things, Yahweh just don't want the majority of these Israelites. They so damn wicked that the Most High has to destroy them and reprogram them, recreate them to what he sees fit. And then they come back in the kingdom in their right mind, with no sin, no nothing. See, the white man thinks that he has the victory, but he does not have no victory. He don't have no victory. And what he doesn't understand is that Israel will get their blessing as a whole. They will. It's not like the Most High is going to leave the rest of the 2/3, even though they're going to die on this side. When they come back through in the kingdom, during y'all slave trade, during y'all turning slavery, when they come back, they're going to be in their right mind. They're not going to be evil no more. They're not going to be wicked. Just because the Lord is out there kicking butt and killing a whole lot of them and destroying them in every way he sees fit and giving them their judgment, that doesn't mean that they are not blessed. When they die, they come back on the other side, they're going to be in their right mind. They're not going to be sinful, evil ass, fucking wicked ass people. But for right now, that's exactly what they are. In the grand scheme of things, God don't want everybody. He don't. Not even some of his people. And we are the chosen people. He don't even want the ones, the wicked of them. He don't want them. He got something for them. Since y'all want to be wicked, then I'm going to be wicked towards y'all. It makes perfect sense. That's why I wish that a lot of these wicked ass, when the society crumble and all this money is done away with, and the mark of the beast is coming in effect, a lot of these white ass preachers, they gonna finally resign. A lot of these fucking fake ass pastors, these black fake pastors that's over there getting all of that money and tricking and lying to people and pushing this wicked doctrine that's full of hoes. A lot of shit that they can't not explain and that they do not want to explain to you when you do want answers. Like, okay, if the 7-year, when does a 7-year tribulation take place? Because I've read Revelation and it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. How they gonna answer it? It's not meant for it to say that. But God does refer to a 7-year tribulation. No, don't sit there and try to explain what you think in your evil ass mind. Read what's in this book and tell me about a 7-year tribulation. Where is that shit at in the book of Revelation? Did you know the book of Revelation is talking about World War One, World War Two, and World War Three? It skips over World War Two, it gets to World War Three. You know? Where is the 7-year tribulation at? Because I don't see it, and I've read this Bible before, and I don't see that shit. For real, because a lot of them people, when they realize that that supposed God that they done crafted ain't coming and saved them, when these riots and all of that shit kick off, a lot of people gonna be like, pray to Jesus Christ, he about to come, he on his way, all the shit is happening now, and they don't vanish. Talking about it's gonna be a global vanishing of all these people that believe in the false Messiah and they believe in Jesus, they're gonna just vanish. You know, it's not gonna happen like that. You're gonna be left here in the chaos, and the angels, the death angels, gonna be seeking your ass out. That's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna be looking for the wicked, and there's plenty of wicked around there, and they're gonna be slaughtering these wicked, evil ass jakes that believed in that wicked ass shit. And when they see all this death happening, when the Christians see all this death happening, they're gonna look for them pastors, and they're gonna want answers. And them pastors, they just gonna have to tell them the truth. You're gonna have to tell them the truth. Might as well, shit. You ain't got nowhere to run. You can't hide. They're gonna get you and your family. Because you built your family, you built your family's fortune, and you built your children's future off the dreams and the belief and the faith of others. And these people ain't even, they barely even got any money to take care of themselves. And they gave it all to this false prophet, these false teachers that's out there making millions off y'all, man. Especially the Jakes, man. Y'all the most wickedest ones. Y'all don't want to listen. You say everything that has been programmed for you to say, and it's fucking irritating. So to be glad for the Most High to come and shut y'all wicked asses up. Shut up, you know, because at the end of the day, you're wrong, and we just waiting on those moments for you to realize when you're wrong. So when them riots kick off, and you don't get beamed up, you don't vanish, you know, you're gonna realize that you're wrong, because that is where it's gonna happen. Talking about after they vanished, then the 666 gonna appear, and the devil is gonna rule the world, and everybody that don't take the mark during the 7-year tribulation is going to die. And if you die, you're going to die in Jesus' name. You're going to get your head cut off, and then you're going to be received by Jesus. And it's just a bunch of bullshit, because I used to be a Christian. I used to be a full-fledged Christian. So how the fuck you going to tell me, an ex-Christian, and I know everything about it. I know a lot of things about it. It might not be precision point, but I know a great deal of what I need to know of what Christians is about. And I've been in a church for a long time. Half of my life, a good portion of my life, I was raised in the church, okay? Raised in the church. So I know what it's about. It's about turn-ups, prosperity preaching, talking about their own lives and not referring to prophecy at all. These motherfuckers want to put money in their pocket, take care of it, pay their staff because it ain't free, and take care of the bills and take care of the rent of the goddamn church. That's all they want to do. And church is meant to be called out. It ain't got nothing to do with the house of worship, you know, because a house can represent a person. But, you know, a lot of them Christians think that the house of worship is a fucking church, and it's not. Fucking stupid ass, wicked ass, dumb ass niggas. Let's see when the riots happen, is you gonna disappear. Because I know only one way your ass gonna disappear is if you're dead. That's the only way you gonna disappear. You ain't gonna fucking, God ain't gonna just be like, come up hither. And I don't care if you white, black, Iranian, Japanese, Chinese, Russian. If you believe in me, come up hither. That's what they want. That's what they, in their delusional mind, that's what they think. And that everybody, including the white man, is gonna get saved and that he gonna be with the Lord. Hell no. Hell no. It says, when he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, come and see. So I looked, and behold, a black horse, and he who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand. That's judgment. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of four living creatures saying, a quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine. So meaning that it's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna cost a lot of money. And this precept is referring to the fucking the fucking inflation. Simple. That a lot of shit is gonna cost a lot of money. It's gonna cost double. So it says, when he opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth living creature saying, come and see. So I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him that sat on it was Death. That's the white man. And Hades followed with him, and his power was given to him over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword, with hunger, and with death, and by the beasts of the earth. That's right, because these cities is going to be run down and destroyed, and there ain't going to be no food, you know? And it's going to be a lot of killings, and these animals, they going to change their places. They're going to come to the cities. Instead of dwelling where they usually dwell at, you know, they're going to come to the cities and all of that. They're going to come there for their food. They're going to come and attack these people. They're not telling you no shit like this. See, church wouldn't be such a big-ass turn-up if they taught the shit right. It'd be a lot of people leaving the church, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be a lot of people that's going to stay. The Israelites is going to stay. The rest of them white Chinese motherfuckers, they going to leave. They're not going to be talking about we're brothers in the truth and all of that shit. When you teach the doctrine right, that's going to get them to leave. They're going to be like, I don't want to hear this shit. I just wanted to come and turn up because everybody else is turning up. Fucking stupid. I just wanted to come and kick it with the blacks and see how they roll. That's what these white people think in their mind, that everything is just peaches and cream, everything is just fine. You know, what we did to you guys, we're sorry, and we hope that you can forgive us with no reparations, no law changes, no protection. You let the elites do whatever the fuck they want to do. You let these Democrats, Republicans, and all that vote against us. You over there feeding our people rap, just killing them through music. You know what I'm saying? Not giving them enough money to take care of themselves. You know, pumping countless drugs and countless different diseases in their society. You know, constantly destroying them, and you gonna say we hope that you can just forgive us. That shit don't work like that. No, it don't. They not reading that shit to y'all and gonna say the 144,000, and it's just like you don't even know what the fuck that means. A lot of people don't understand what that means. It's only the chosen that's gonna go, and none of y'all is gonna go, especially the white people. Hell no. The other nations, no, they're not going anywhere. They're gonna stay right here, nice and comfortable, wait for them bombs to go off. Let me see. Chapter 8 of Revelation. I'm still not seeing a 7 year. I'm not seeing it. Fucking lying ass. I'm sorry, because my spirit is hell bent against them stupid Christians. They stupid. And them dumb niggas that like to get high and just talk about the Bible. You know, shut the fuck up. Didn't the Bible tell you not to smoke? Oh no, you don't like the Bible no more after that, huh? You didn't know that, huh? Stupid. Chapter 8, verse 1, it says, when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. That's the intermission, meaning that they took a break. And I saw the 7 angels who stand before Yahweh, and to them were given 7 trumpets. Then another angel, having a golden cisser, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. I saw the prophets and all the people that died in Yahweh's name. You know what I'm saying? From the past to the future. All the children of Israel that died. It says, and the smoke of the incense with the prayers of the saints as ascended before Yahweh and from the angel's hand. Then the angel took a censer and filled it with fire from the altar and threw it to the earth. It says, and there were noises, thunderings, lightnings, and earthquakes. So the seven angels who have the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and hail and fire followed, mingled with the blood, and they were thrown to the earth. And the third of the trees was burnt up, and all the green grass was burnt up. I don't hear nobody being disappearing. It says, then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and the third of the sea became blood. That's the nuclear day. And a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Then a third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch, and it fell on the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood, and wormwood is a nuclear bomb. Well, is the nuclear bombs, the ballistic hypersonic missiles. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water because it was made bitter. So everybody, all them elites and all them rich ass people that feel like they can hide and shit, that feel like they can go inside their little bunkers and shit and survive and shit, during those times of the nuclear event, they ain't even gonna be able to come out. They just gonna have to pray that their food lasts long enough for them to survive the nuclear season, because that's how bad it's gonna be. Water is gonna be tampered with, things are gonna be destroyed, a lot of shit is gonna wither. Hell, the bombs are so powerful, rumor has it they haven't even tried half the bombs yet. They haven't even tested some of these bombs yet. You know, that's how powerful some of these bombs are. Probably one good ass bomb, nuclear bomb, can corrode the Earth's atmosphere, you know, and send out acid rain and create hurricanes and massive earthquakes and fat ass tremors that split the ground open and lava coming out. One nuclear bomb can do that. If it can make a city disappear, it can erode the planet, okay? So it says, and the best part about the elites is that when they do survive, they asses is going straight into slavery. God gonna come find them. Y'all all right? All right. Now here's a fucking bucket of water, and here's a mop bucket, and here's a scrubber, and we gonna give you some tools, and you about to rebuild and clean up all this shit. That's all that's gonna happen to him. The fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars. So the third of them were darkened, a third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. So it's both and both. You're not going to be able to see the sun no more. You're not going to be able to see the moon no more. And the sun and the moon represents wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And you ain't going to be able to see the stars also. And that's representing the stars. They represent stars, and they actually represent the children of Israel. They're going to die too. So it says, not all of them, but it says, the fifth angel sounded, and this is where it gets past tense, because it's different historical moments that are in the Bible that take place. It says, then the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star falling from heaven to the earth. To him was given the key to the bottomless pit, and he opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit, out of the great furnace. So the sun and the air were darkened because of the smoke of the pit. Now, rumor has it, according to the Bible, the pit is located in Russia. It says, then out of the smoke, locusts came upon the earth. This is where it gets to the past tense of the World War I and II. It says, and there was given not to harm the earth and the grass of the earth or any green thing or any tree, but only those men who do not have the seal of Yahweh on their foreheads. So the rest of the Israelites that went to war died, and only the ones that survived were the ones that were sealed by Yahweh to carry on the generation to the future. Those black men that fought in the war. And they were not given authority to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. Their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. It's talking about gunfire. See, I love this Bible, but I'm not going to dig too much in that. It's something that I'm looking for. It says, one war is past, behold, one woe, meaning bad time, is past, behold, still two more woes are coming after these things. That was in the past. When it's talking about one war has passed, behold, two more woes are coming after. Those woes are wars, big wars, world wars. So it says, it says, now the number of the army of horsemen was 200 million. I heard the number of them, and I saw the horses in vision. And those, this is a war, world war. Those who sat on them had breastplates of fiery red, handkerchief blue, and sulfur yellow. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions. Out of their mouth came the fire, the smoke, and brimstone. It's still talking about World War II. I mean, World War One and World War II. Mm. And still, I haven't found anything in the Bible that's referring to a 7-year tribulation. I'm looking for it, and I'm not seeing it there here. I hate them Christians. They lie too much. And this is chapter 11 of Revelation, verse 11, chapter 11. It says, now after 3.5 days, the breath of life of Yahweh entered them, and they stood on their feet, because the people that realized that the Israelites, they are the Israelites, and that the prophets, the street prophets were telling the truth, they went and found them and killed them, you know. And it said, well, some of them, and it says in great fear, and it says in the spirit and the breath of Yahweh entered them, and they stood on their feet, and great fear fell on those men who saw them. And they heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, come up here. And they ascended to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies saw them. So that the people with them Christians and all them wicked ass Israelites and all them wicked ass other nations that attacked the chosen, some of them did die, but the Most High allowed them to come back. And, them chariots that came and got them, and they ascended into heaven, by getting beamed up, the adoption. In the same hour, there was great earthquake. This is when the World War III and the nuclear event had started. And a tenth of the cities fell, meaning that a lot of the cities were blown up. In the earthquake, 7,000 people were killed. And that means completion, meaning everybody died. And the rest were afraid and gave glory to Yahweh of heaven. The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe is coming quickly. That's the wars. And then the seventh angel sounded, and there were loud voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our Lord, of his Son, and he shall reign forever and ever. That's true. And the 24 elders who sat before Yahweh on their thrones fell on their faces and worship, which are angels, saying, we give you thanks, O Yahweh, God Almighty, the one who is and who was and who is to come, because you have taken your great power and reigned. The nations were angry, and your wrath has come. It says, in the time of the dead, and that they should be judged, and that you should reward your servants, the prophets and the saints, and those who fear your name, small and great, and should destroy those who destroy the earth. Then the temple of Yahweh was opened in heaven, and the ark of his covenant was seen in the temple. And there were lightnings, noises, thunderings, and earthquakes, and great hail. More chaos. It says, now a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. That's the children of Israel. They are the chosen. They are the woman. It says, then being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems on his head. That is the white man and the nations merged into one, from different histories and different times of the white man, different armies and different kingdoms. That's the, I do believe, the EU and the 10 common markets it refers to. It says his tail drew a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth. And that is the Israelites that weren't the wicked of our brothers and sisters. They all died. So it says his tail drew a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth, to devour her child as soon as it was born. So that was Yahweh Shai. We had the truth. And the white man wasn't worried about the wicked 2/3. He's looking for the ones that know the prophecy, that know the Bible accurately, that know the truth of who they are, and know the truth about the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and his son Yahweh Shai, that know that he's black, and that know that we are the chosen, and that know that a lot of the stuff that the Christianity and the rest of the world is being taught are lies. He looking for them, the ones that have the potential mark, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's name. That do have the mark. She bore a male child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. They going into slavery. It says, and her child was caught up to Yahweh and his throne. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by Yahweh, that they saw her feed, that they should feed her there 1,260 days, that the Lord had hid them for a time. And war broke out in heaven. This is the best part right here. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. There was a big-ass war. That's that Independence Day. That there was a big war, meaning that the white man fought against the angels. It doesn't say Satan, it says the dragon. And dragons represent tyranny and destruction. The actual vocabulary word dragon or draconian. It's just tyranny and like a bitter rule that it was referring to. It never said enemy, fallen angel, or Satan. It didn't say that. That's not what it says. It says, and the dragon fought, and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, because it goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden, when the white man did have melanin, and the serpent of old is representing the people of old that was there during the beginning, that deceived, Eve and Adam to biting that apple, meaning that they went and did stuff and they saw stuff that they wasn't supposed to see. It is not a real apple. Motherfuckers think it's an apple, and when she bit it, she just learned everything. No, it was certain stuff they wasn't supposed to do, certain things that they wasn't supposed to see. That's all. It says, then I heard, it says, but they did not prevail, nor was there a place found for them in heaven any longer, meaning that the Most High Yahweh Shai sent his angels, and Michael, the archangel, aka my favorite title of him, called I think they call him the angel of chaos. He came and destroyed the white people in the United Nations in the aerial military forces during the World War III, during the nuclear day. They stopped fighting each other and they started fighting God. Simple as that. Why the fuck you think they got space stations? Why the fuck you think that they keep telling people that aliens are real? Because that day is coming. Nasty ass fucking cold. And it says so that the great dragon was cast out, the serpent, the devil of old, the serpent of old, called the devil, the adversary, and Satan. So the adversary is Satan. That's what it's saying, because the devil means false accuser and deceiver. Okay, so it's talking about the white man. And it says, and Satan is pointing to him. He is the Satan. He is the devil that they are talking about. It's not referring to him as a fallen angel. It's just referring to him as a great evil. That's all. Who deceives? See? Because if you said deceiver, who the devil, the whole world, he deviled the whole world. You could say that. Or he deceives who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And those angels represent those jet fighters. That's all. That's all. And those ships, that they used to fight against Yahweh. It says, then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ have come. For the accuser, there it is right there again, the devil, the false accuser or accuser, the accuser of our brethren, who accused them before Yahweh day and night, has been cast down, meaning that he was thrown and destroyed, and his rulership was destroyed. He ain't rich no more. He not super liquidated. He was not only defeated in war, but he was defeated and his assets were taken by a higher power. His kingdom was taken by a higher power. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the sword of their testimony, and they did not love their lives to death. It says, therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil have come down to you having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. It says, now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the women who gave birth to the male child. And the great woman, and the woman was given to the two wings of an eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to a place where she is nourished for a time, and times and half a time, from the presence of the serpent. So this is actually talking about before he gets his ass kicked. You got to be able to piece this together. That's why a lot of the stupid Christians and a lot of these blind people don't understand the Bible, because it's like a puzzle. It is. But you need an expert person that's good at puzzles to decode it for you and to help you puzzle it together. You need that. And then it gets deeper, and then it gets deeper, and then it gets deeper. But for now, I don't see no 7-year tribulation. This has been the prophecies and other subjects, and calling Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakakwadash, and the name Yahushai. I got to go to the highways and byways tomorrow. I'm hoping that it don't rain today. I don't got time for it. And with that, Shalom.